really looking good right now, and you're seeing it through logistics, transport, and freight. What the hell is
buddy.
going on?
I'm seeing things firsthand. uh, well, so we haven't talked in a while, so yeah, there's lots to catch up on, buddy. I mean, oof. Like, I'll start off by saying this. Like, I got stopped at the border and heading into the U.S.
Did you have to
Geez,
read?
what was
Did you
that?
have to read the Cat in the Hat?
No, it was nothing like that.
Oh,
No, they just want to, they search. It's a random search question period kind of thing. They do it once in a while. You get stopped and they want to chat with you and they want to look at your truck and blah blah blah. It's sort of shit. That was sorry. That was about geez, I don't know, 6 weeks ago now. And the right there, the border patrol, they were telling me they were just a general conversation. They want to know, they want a little information to see what's going on, and try to make sense of what's happening. Anyway, they were telling me that uh, like 25% of the Canadian trucks heading back into Canada are coming back empty. I'm like, well, fuck that. There's no revenue in that. What the hell's that?
yeah.
And I say, well, I mean, they've got Americans down there that can't find work. They'll take a load somewhere and then they're stuck. Like,
And that's pretty harsh on a truck driver that's coming back.
buddy,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's I've in all my years, my 23 years of doing this, I've never seen it this bad. Not even in 2008. Like it was, this is bad. So they were telling me, that they're all coming. Most of them are coming back empty. 75% is coming back empty.
75 is coming back empty?
75%. Most of Canadian trucks come back empty. They go down loaded. They sit there, then you do your drop. You sit for she was telling me the drivers sit 4, 5, 6 days.
But
They
come on.
can't find. I'm
But
not
come on.
kidding, man.
75%.
It's high, yeah.
Minga
If-
Jack. What are you. What are you. Dude, that's death.
yes.
That's death.
What I'm
It's game
telling you,
over.
we're not, buddy. Hang on. We all, like, we know we're heading for a depression. If these people up top, okay, they don't figure out what needs to be done soon, we're gonna starve. The relationship between Canada and U.S. is finished. So
This is detrimental. I mean, this is huge. This is a massive.
it's a
Why is
mass
this being
blow.
severely underreported, man? Why is this
Yeah.
underreported? Like, I mean, you would think this would be on
They
all.
don't want,
I'll go on the Canadian news to find
buddy.
headlines to bring to you guys. They don't talk about all the trillions of
No,
dollars of money laundering. They don't talk about. All they say is Donald Trump the racist, Donald Trump this, Donald Trump that. Canada's not looking at its own problems. Can you? Okay, Junkyard Dog. We've been talking
yeah,
for
buddy.
years now. Can you?
Yeah,
Do you agree with me that we've been in a recession since 2012, 2013 because we couldn't even get into our own real estate markets then with all the money laundering
yeah.
from
I,
China?
I
And
I
now we're
think it
going into a
started before
depression?
that. It started before that. This is oof, buddy. This what I've been learning, from border people, from other truckers, from just like this is going deep. Like this is a deep subject. This is like
Okay, let me
Israel. This is like Israel. This is like this is deep shit,
okay,
buddy. Where did it?
let's take 2 steps back. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, all you do is pick on the Chinese." I'm not picking on nothing. I'm telling you what the problem is, and I'll tell you why
Yeah,
this is a problem, Junkyard Dog. At your age right now, you should have had your home paid off 20, 30 years ago, and you should have a lot of disposable income at your age. You shouldn't be fighting
absolutely.
tooth and nail to
I
compete with money laundering just to cover your property tax and just to cover food on the table. You shouldn't be at that level at your age. You should be cozy, retired. Oh, the trucking industry is going to hell. Well, too bad. I didn't spend all my money on just trying to pay a basic mortgage on a house that's worth 100 grand. So
That's right.
yeah,
I've been I've been behind the 8 ball for the last 2 years. Okay, behind the 8 ball. I can't get out of I can't get out of this truck to get into a newer one. To have a little bit of a honeymoon period where you just make your payments, you do your runs, do your oil changes, your basic maintenance, tires, that. I can't get out of this truck to make that happen. The
if your
interest
real
rates,
estate, can you agree with me that if your real estate was
yeah,
so damn expensive, you wouldn't be in this problem right now?
Mike, the last year, the sticker on my windshield just across into the US went from $400 to $800. My
What?
insurance is $1,900. The fuel situation. It's just I we're getting screwed. We are getting screwed. If those trucks are not rolling, you don't have a job to go to because your company's not selling, moving, nothing. The Christmas stuff should be already about, in the last 3, 4 weeks, more Christmas stuff should be
Rolling.
flowing across the border, you know. So they've got it on their stores, their displays. Like, you go through Halloween, you go through the Thanksgiving, they have to get it. You can't just snap your fingers and get it a week from. But anyway, like there's things I need to say, like, you and I, when we need to make money because we're Christians, or you're Catholic, I'm sorry, but I mean, I have Christian values as well. But you either work for it or you win it, as you and I, okay? Normal Gen Pop, normal people. But these uppers, they're stealing it and printing it.
Yeah.
When an egg falls out of a chicken, it's that, it should be that price. When you cut down a tree, the lumber is that price. That egg and that tree didn't change. But the greed, power, money laundering, they just keep printing it and passing it around to Ukraine and passing it here and passing it
The
there
mistake they made with Canada,
worldwide.
they should have left the housing
Which
alone. They should have left the housing alone and let
they
us
can't. They can't.
4 times your annual net income, and that's what you get into, and that's what you could afford to buy. 4 times what you make a year net is what you should get into real estate wise. It got to a
But they
point where now
can't.
it's 30, 40, 50 times your annual net income to get into a basic property. If we weren't in this property broke, if we weren't all property broke, we wouldn't have to worry about too much about this recession or depression we're going into, because we'd have some reserve money. We'd have our property paid off. Work just for the property tax. Work for the water bill. Not too harsh, right? But we're not in that situation. People are retiring now with a quarter, half a million, $1 million in debt.
Yes.
We're so screwed. They should have left the governments.
Money.
Should have left the properties alone and just not laundered it to Chinese. They should have left it for us. 4 times the end, and make it illegal for foreigners to come in and buy up our property and leave it empty. They should have done something about it. Now
it doesn't.
And they brought in all the Indians. Tell us, you know the Indian story with the truckers. They brought in all 4 million Indians to fix the housing crisis, and it made it worse.
Yeah. What I'm understanding now is that they're wanting to bring ICE into. Now I have to fact check this. I mean, I just found this out and I'm not 100% sure, but they want to bring ICE to Canada because they know
Canada already
Canada's the problem.
Canada has the regulations in place to deport people. Remember in 2006, 7, and 8? Who did they deport in 2006, 7, and 8?
Yeah. but they've let too many people in that are like criminals, terrorists.
Okay, the
There's
American side,
Indians
the American side.
uh, on the American side and our side, but they've let too many. Uh,
Okay, you mean the American side bringing coming into Canada? The American side wants to. America has jurisdiction within 100 miles of the
yeah,
Canadian border. You know that, right?
they're trying in the big box picture things. They're trying to beat us. They want their world taking over ours, so we don't exist anymore. We're the milk and honey. With, like you said many times, the founding fathers knew what they were doing by the people, for the people. Okay, and Canada sort of the same thing. We're very close, but they're moving into our world. They want us gone. They want the power. They want our land, our water, our everything. I'm sure of it, man. I'm telling you, it's we're if we don't if the people don't do something soon, it's coming to an end. Like you stop and think, people that are I don't know 55 and up, 60, 70, that generation, they've got their they've had their pensions, they've had their deals, their work deals. They work, they get their deals. The wife, the husband, the spouse, like that generation. When that's gone, you and I are now there. Those people are going to be uh, in nursing homes that are owned by Indians. My mother-in-law is in a nursing home that's owned by an East Indian, and the workers dropped her. They broke her hip and her leg. Still in pain. There's lawyers getting involved, buddy. It's going to be the Indians don't have the same structure and values and work ethic we do. They don't give a fuck, man. They don't have what we have. They want to, but they're not like man. It's not happening.
Well,
But
okay.
our money, like you said,
Well, look at our
the
fast
whole
food industry.
problem,
Our fast food industry is
buddy.
completely destroyed right across Canada because they brought in people that don't have the same values as we do, and the place, a lot of those fast food restaurants you walk into smell like toilets.
They're trying to silence us. When the Freedom Convoy was in Ottawa, all they had to do was have a conversation with them and iron it out. They're scared. They're scared to death that
The
we know
Canadian
that they
government is
know
scared of China. Do you
it.
understand? They own a majority of our mines, our coal mines, our stump duty, all our
Yeah,
lumber. They own everything. Okay,
yeah.
China owns a good chunk of Canada, and the problem
But
is
our
Canadian
the
governments are scared of China. The Liberal government is China, and the Conservative
yeah,
government is WEF and Israel. We don't
yeah.
stand a chance. We the people that built this place don't count anymore.
We don't count anymore. They call us, you and I, our Canadian government laid it out for us. They called us Nazis. We're what was the other words? Uh, uh,
Fascist.
yeah, misogynists. We were
Yeah.
they they threw all kinds of names at us, which is bullshit. They're scared, man. They're running fucking scared. They know. We know. Like the money, every bill that's in circulation worldwide is worth nothing. What's it backed by? There's no gold standard, man. It's not backed by anything. You might as well take and cut up paper towels and napkins and trade with that. Give that, buy gas with that, buy eggs with that. It's the same value. There's no value to it.
Well, Junkyard Dog.
It's manipulation. They've manipulated us, man. And everybody isn't. They have to wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. We're being manipulated, lied to. That money isn't worth shit. It's not backed by nothing. It's not backed by nothing.
I understand.
You know?
That's why we had Lord Humongous on Mike of the Night over the last 5-10 years coming on. Money needs to be backed. It's intrinsic. It needs to be intrinsic value. You need to have something backing it, and that's what Kennedy tried to do with
bullshit.
The silver. Yeah. Kennedy tried it with the silver back $5 or $2 bill or the $50. Kennedy tried with silver, and well, they ended up obviously shooting him, right?
But, that's right. Those people will take us out for being honest, for true, for trading for value. They're going to take us out, man. That's what, because we man, I'm telling you, we're trading napkins and paper towels. That's what we're buying shit with. There's no backing on anything. That's why they pulled the trigger on the pandemic. That's why they're threatening us with war. These elites, they're just school people, man. It's like a schoolyard. They're the pictures telling us, threatening us, telling us. It's bullshit. It's like we're just ants. We're the ants. You know? There was a little video, I think I sent it to you. We're the ants. You know? 1, 2 ants. Yeah, you kill 1 or 2, that's no big deal. They don't feel that. They don't notice that. But if the entire anthill comes out, it'll devour the elites. We will devour them. The earth is going to go back to the little people. It has to. If we all band together, say, you know what? Fuck it.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. The people are the power. You can't, with the China, the technology, it fucked up. It fucked up because everybody learns. We can travel the world sitting in your desk with information now. We're teaching each other faster now, right now. Everybody's waking up, but they're threatening us, man. These trucks have to move. If you want food off the field, cotton, resources,
rubber,
everything,
oil.
everything. Your job is there because of a truck. The chair you sit in, the paper you write on, the coffee in your machine. It came by a truck. If the truckers are happy, the world is happy. The world is happy if people in transport are satisfied. We set the pace for the world. That's why the Canadian government had to shut us down. They had to shut us down because we were the voice of the world.
Mm-hmm.
The world was listening. They shut us down. The police, they're not what you think.
Oh, I know they're not.
The police are not there to protect you and I. They're not there to protect and serve the ants, the citizen. No. The police are there to protect and serve the governments, you know what I mean? Yeah. Their agenda. They're protecting their interest, their money.
You know that if you know in Canada, I was looking into squatting laws because we have millions of empty properties owned by Chinese foreign investors. Like we were reporting back in 2015, 1.7 million vacant units. That was back then, and now they're looking at 3.9 to 4 million vacant condos, houses, like a mix, right? And I looked at the squatting. I'm like, there's so many homeless Canadians. Now, what if they just started squatting in these empty properties and turn on the power?
Oh,
Get the
yeah,
running water again, put the cable,
yeah,
get it running again, so it's not all empty,
yeah.
right?
Hmm.
I looked into it, and if a squatter or a squatter squats in a foreign investor's property in Vancouver, they could do 5 to 10 years in prison.
Wow.
They won't even get a misdemeanor, nothing. They'll do 5 to 10 years for squatting in a vacant foreign owner's property. And if you're Canadian and you're with Airbnb, they're
Yeah.
all over you trying to tax you because you have the property empty for 2 3 days of the month or 4 days of the
Okay.
month.
Now,
They come after you.
now, what you're saying. So now, if they have to get the police involved, it's not because they're here to protect us, the little guy that has nothing. No, they're there to protect the people that have the money because they're paying the police.
Mm-hmm.
That's their bodyguard. The elites hired the police. That's their bodyguard, man. Not for us.
Mm-hmm.
They're there to keep us down, to fleece us, to take a little money off us here and there, to pick at us,
Yep. Yep.
to pick at us, man. Show force. You know, I'm defending the elite. They're ripping you off. They know it. We know it.
Like this bill.
You're not supposed to know it.
You
We're
watched
keeping that invisible from you.
you watched last week's Mike of the Night, right?
Part of it, buddy.
Okay. Did you watch Eduardo S83 or S9 or S8?
I don't know. I got a little bit of it, but I think I was fading in and
So
out.
these are
I was
hate.
gone
So
by
these are
then.
hate speech laws. Okay, they're the Canada's passing to put people like myself in jail. So a Chinaman comes with a suitcase with dirty money, launders it, buys 2 properties, launders more money, brings in these briefcases of money, makes it impossible for me and you and our families and our kids to get into any of our own real estate for like now 15
Yeah,
years.
yeah,
And I call out the Chinaman and say, "Hey, Chinaman, why are you doing this? Why are you coming to our country? And then why are you coming in and working in our banks? And you don't
yeah.
even speak English. So why
That's
is this
right.
happening? Why is this? So if I call this out, that this guy's breaking the law, he's laundering money. There is money laundering laws in Canada, but for people like myself. When I bought my house, they had to do a whole money laundering background check on me. And then
That's
they
right.
found that I owned a business, and they had to do a money laundering background check on my business. The money laundering
Okay.
background checks and all that stuff, that's not for Chinese people. That's just for
No,
Canadian people. So
Mike.
I call out the
So
Chinaman for destroying our futures and our children's futures. Our children will become homeless.
yeah,
So I call it out. I go to jail because Chinaman doesn't like the fact that he's been bringing in money, and I go to jail, and
because
he's
you're not
okay.
supposed to know. You're not supposed to know. Those people are okay. The government is allowing it. They're allowing all these governments. They're allowing China to do it because it's their agenda. They're moving Indians
Mm-hmm.
into those English-speaking countries for a reason
Mm-hmm.
because they're compliant. They're working together. They're part of it. They're fucking part of it.
You guys want some proof? Here's the article right here, Junkyard. Let me read it for you guys. Money laundering in BC is a non-issue for all parties during the election campaign. So this last election, money laundering in 2024, October 2024, money laundering is not an issue, and you're not allowed to talk about it in politics. If you're running for politics in Canada, you can't talk about Chinese money laundering. You can't
That's
talk
right.
about it.
Because it's their agenda. And they'll use the police to enforce their illegal activities. If you and I, they will print money, man. If they need it, they don't work for it. These assholes got, hands like women, like babies. They don't work for it. If they need it, they steal it and print it. While they teach you and I have to follow the agenda. Oh no, you work for your money. But then when somebody like I don't know, DB Cooper, Billy the Kid, Al Capone, they knew it. They knew it. What was going? They figured it the fuck out,
Mm-hmm.
and they fought it, just like we are now. Just like Charlie Kirk. He's in the same category. Billy the Kid, Al Capone, Babyface,
Mm-hmm. Babyface Nelson. Here's another
the James
article.
Gang.
Here's another article. Canada would be in a recession without money laundering. And these are the billions of dollars from 2011 to 2015, all came in from China. These are billions of dollars, and we're in the trillions right now. And our GDP grew because of it. It says right here. And this article, when did I read this article originally? May 13, 2019. And this is why they had to pull the trigger on the pandemic, because people couldn't even get into their own real estate markets. People were protesting on the streets. No confidence in
Buddy,
government.
I'm gonna say something right here that's gonna blow your mind. Why is Polyev saying, "Okay, Canadians, you guys can work harder and get more value out of your money. Vote me." Okay, asshole.
He's not allowed to win, we told you.
Why don't? How about we flip it? How about we turn the table? How about you guys do the job and work, and I'll sit here and I'll decide if I want to print money if I need it. Maybe my hands want to be baby soft for a while. I'll print the money. I'll make the, you know what I mean? You and I, the people, the ants. We'll do nothing for, you know, to have our living, to make our way. You people, Carney, Trudeau, all you people, you put on the gloves. You put on the work boots. You come out of those offices and you drive the truck and dig the holes and cut down the trees.
Maintain
How
the
about that?
infrastructure. That's what I'm saying.
Turn the
European expansion.
flip it. I want my money for free. I want to steal it from you. And if I need more, I'll print it. How about that? How about that, Mr. Carney? Mr. Everybody, Mr. Zulu, whoever the hell these people are. You don't deserve the power you've got, threatening us with bombs and shit. Buddy, we should be the ones telling you.
Again, I think it was Andrew Jackson that said, people should not fear their government. The governments should fear their people.
Yes. They're scared of us. You know why they haven't pulled the trigger? They're scared of us.
Mm-hmm.
It's their bully. You're bullying us. Listen, in the cowboy days, when you wanted to fight somebody, you went out in the street, you counted your paces, you had your hand on your gun, and you pulled the trigger. No fear.
It was man to
They
man.
fear it. They fear us.
Man.
They're not men. They're not men. They're not women. They're cowards hiding behind us, the people. They're hiding behind us. And they use the police and those people.
And their laws and bills to arrest us.
That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. When the government wants to put a police station, they do it. When the government wants to do what they want to do, they say, "Oh, we have to tax you." Bullshit. You printed it. You stole it. You turned a pickup truck, a piece of steel and plastic, into $100,000 machine that nobody can afford. For what? For what? You pieces of shit. That truck's not worth $100,000. Fucking frame's gonna be rusted out of it in the Rust Belt in 3 years. Fight back, people. We have to fight back. Refuse that. Don't sign your name for their agenda on that truck, that house, whatever. Fuck them. Fight back. We have to put it together, figure it out.
Well,
They're
somebody
scared of us.
somebody
They're
asked me
scared of us.
somebody asked me for a solution. I'll give you the solution. We get a royal commission, non-government entity, to come into Canada like they did in Australia, which we covered. We get a royal commission in Canada that's by the people, for the people, and selected by the people to do a forensic audit on our government expenditures and all the money laundering that came into Canada. If we could remove 80-90% of that dirty money from China in Canada, our housing will go down 80%. You could basically go out and buy a one-bedroom apartment for $25,000, because in this economy right now, that's what a one-bedroom should be worth in Canada, 20 to 30,000, because of the taxation and the cost of living and everything. It should be 25,000 for a one-bedroom, 60,000 for a two-bedroom. A detached home to start at 120,000 at the taxation level we're at now, and the price of food now. So if we could get an audit, a forensic audit through some sort of a royal commission to come into Canada and actually take everything going back 15, 20 years and cleaning it up. And seizing all these, they could seize all these properties that was purchased through fentanyl money from China gangs. They could seize them all and give them back to the Canadian proper.
Exactly. Stop fleecing us. We've got nothing left to give. They're fleecing us. We got nothing left to give. So many people. I don't even think you said on your channel $200 away from bankruptcy. I think it's less than that.
61% of Canadians are $200 away from bankruptcy.
It's less than it's more than that. Sorry. Yeah. People they're borrowing. I was at the truck stop here near Ottawa today, and there was a man and a woman. They were trying to buy gas. She went to buy gas. She had no money on her account. They had to because some check or something didn't come. I don't know if it was a government check or what. It's the end of the month. I have no idea. But they didn't have money for gas. He found another card in his wallet that they could pay for their gas. Everything's on a fucking card. Bring back the cash, damn it.
You saw my videos.
I want it in my hand.
You saw my Philippines videos. Everything is cash. 98% is cash. There's no plastic.
I want cash in my hand. I'll protect it. I'll get a gun. I'll protect my cash. Thank you.
Real Time sent me a $2 tip. Mike, what are you going to do when digital ID comes? I got multiple videos going back 10 years on digital ID and digital prison and digital prison, digital ID, digital credit score, digital... Anyways, what am I going to do when digital ID comes? Avoid it as much as possible, and then start...
Do not accept digital ID. Do not accept it. Tell them to
do not comply,
fuck
and
you.
then try my best to get out of here as quickly humanly possible to get out of Canada. I mean, relocate to that rural island I live in, that I have a house in the Philippines in, that rural in the middle of nowhere place, and just go there and die in peace and raise my kids. And that's it.
Yeah. I don't know, buddy. It winds me up. It just winds me up. I can't believe in 1992 I made $10 an hour at a tire shop.
And you lived like a king.
Which was good. I was okay, And I was gonna buy. I had an old car, I was like, should I get rid of it? I called the dealer, went there. I said, what's your new pickup truck worth, man? Can I get into a new pickup? Yeah, we can put you in $16,000.
Mm-hmm.
What, for a V8 pickup truck? Like, just, it wasn't. We didn't have all these ones we have today. It was a regular cab, 8-foot box. I can't remember if it was 4-wheel. I think it was a 2-wheel drive, maybe. $16,000. How did we go from 1992 to today for like 90, 100 grand plus for a pickup?
Well, it's like in
Come
Canada. Well,
on,
hold on. It's like
people.
in Canada. I keep sending you pictures of homes and all this stuff. Yeah, okay. So that house in some Willowdale, Ontario, in the middle of nowhere, a two-stoplight town, God knows where in Ontario, going for $840,000, and then I send you a picture of the same house going for the same house with more land in Alabama for 40 grand. That's where we went wrong. Oh, location, Mike. I would rather live in rural Ontario than live in rural Alabama. Are you out of your
Yeah,
tree? It's 9 months cold of the year in Ontario.
yeah,
It's crazy. You're a truck driver. Tell
yeah.
us about the places you go through in rural Florida and Texas, Alabama, Georgia, where
Man,
you could pick up for 30, 40, 60 grand and you're set.
yeah, but you want to know something, Mike?
Mm.
Some of those places that are kind of rural, it looks like they don't have a lot of money. There's not a lot of money circulation there.
The town I'm in is
You
exactly
know,
the same. The town of Merritt, come visit me. There's not a lot of money circulation here. It's two stoplights. There's nothing going on here. The average house is
I
700
know,
grand here. I'd rather
I
be in a
know.
town with no circulation and work from home or do something around the house and have no debt and go pick up
Yeah,
cans on the street, go pick up garbage on the street to make money than this bullshit rat race that we're in.
yeah. See those areas. Those people drive older vehicles. They don't. They live amongst their means. They don't go over. They don't sign their names and go above their means. It makes no sense.
Yeah, they're
But
paying they're
today's
paying eight hundred
technology.
thousand dollars for a house that's worth 50 grand. That's the problem in Canada. Someone saying like nobody complied with the safe. No, no on Mike of the Night we were against all. Why do you think we got 21 YouTube suspensions? We had doctors on the show going over the ingredients, what was inside these jabs. We were telling people it's all poison. Don't take this shit. That's why we kept
Yeah,
getting banned on YouTube. That's why Mike of the Night had to go to Odyssey. We even got banned on Rumble. Anyways, continue.
Mike. Yeah, those rural areas. They're a little more. They're a little. See, you grow you have chickens. You you got to work a little bit to have what they have in the cities. You have chickens. You'll grow your garden. So you trade your eggs for some honey. You trade some blueberries for some. People have ways of doing things in rural areas that city people don't understand. They'll hunt. They do stuff. But like this technology race is to the point of ridiculous. Like those people drive older vehicles. A lot of them. There's some that you have to have newer ones. Upgrade your stuff. I'm sorry, but it's to get parts and the junkyards and this crush. So I mean, there's shit. There's way that those that makes it harder. But we used to fix our own vehicles.
Yeah, we used to rig
You
things,
had
coat
tools,
hanger crap. Oh, we'll get it something to hold this up. Let's. Oh, it
buddy.
looks like the block is needs this, or oh, this looks like the
Yeah,
spark plug is
you could
stuck in the
do it.
block.
You could do it with
Yes,
tools. You could do it
yes.
in your backyard, in your driveway, in your little garage. You could do it. Your buddies could come over. You buy a case of beer and you did it, right? We all helped each other. Today, when your vehicle goes on you, it's a semiconductor thing or a blah blah blah. A $9,000 transmission. Those people in those rural areas, they can't do that. That day is gone. They took it from us. They never should have took that. You want to make us great again? Bring it back. Make it so that we can work in our shit in the drive. Why do you need heated steering? Like, why do you need a semiconductor? What is this shit for? You're selling us bullshit.
Yeah,
We
just like
don't
they're trying
need
to
it.
sell us. What was it? There's some guy was trying to sell me. Oh, you could get a new car that's got a refrigerated glove box for your water. I'm like, mafangulo.
Are you fucking kidding me?
So
Like,
get the fuck out
I'd
of here.
rather go to the dollar store and buy a styrofoam container like we used to in a bag of
Yeah,
ice.
to
What's
hold the
wrong with
beer,
that?
right?
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
It's bullshit. They're selling. See, they've got people. They go to college. They have to justify their jobs, so they got to come up with some bullshit thing. Oh yeah, I can make more. Oh, and they rub their hands together. The corporates. Oh yeah, we can make. Yeah, we can do. So they've done that so many times now there's nothing left for us to give. Like,
Yeah.
they keep selling and shoving it down our throat. Let's flip the script, man. Turn it around. I want the free money now. My idea. I want the free money. And if I want to print it because I need more, I'll do it.
Well, the government does
You
that.
guys put
The
on.
government,
Yeah,
when the government needs, let's say, it needs more iron ore, it'll just print the money and then get what is.
that's right.
If you've been watching the show long enough, you would know that the United States of America, the number one export is inflation. The number one thing America exports is printing money. If they need some oil from some country or they need some plastic or rubber, they just print the money and they just give them the money
Yes.
printed. That's America's biggest export is inflation, and
Yeah.
every government does it, and every government got
So you
drunk
mean
off
so
it.
they'll just try to think of this for a second. Where did these countries get that kind of money to keep giving it to Zelensky? Where did that money come from?
They took it on debt.
Thin air?
We don't have the
Thin
money
air?
to give. We never had the money to give Zelensky. They took it on
Oh,
debt.
so the Rothschilds and the 4 or 5 families or whoever the pyramid is. So they said, okay, print the money, we'll lend it to you, blah blah blah, and
No. What Canada did was okay. It's basically an IOU. So what Canada did with Zelensky is the billions or whatever dollars they gave them was money we don't have in our coffers. We don't have the money to give to Zelensky.
okay, now they said, okay, we gave that money to Zelensky. Now I have to tax you because I
Now we
need money.
pay in our taxes to pay Zelensky.
You see how stupid we are?
No, it's
Did we
not us.
just?
We and you aren't doing this.
Yeah,
Okay, it's the people that were selected. Elections are all rigged. That's why I kept telling everyone. Do you remember, Junkyard Dog, how people in the comments were shitting on me? Really, you even called me at the store to tell me when
yeah,
I said that
yeah.
Pierre Polyev is not allowed to win, and this Mark Carney guy is going to win because he has to win
Yeah,
because he has to continue this bullshit. And you even called me at the store because you were concerned about the bad comments that people were telling me
yeah,
they were leaving on and threatening
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah. I remember that. Yeah, yeah. I'm concerned about that, and something. When somebody is over the target like that, if there's something new, so oh, you're blah blah. Oh, this no. But because they're programmed. That's the way it is. You know,
Yeah. People are like,
they're
oh, have you
programmed.
seen the Pierre Polyev rallies? Shut your mouth. You don't know what you're talking about. He's going to win. I'm like,
Yeah,
no, he's not. He's not
yeah,
allowed to win.
yeah,
And that's why, because the Conservative Party and in Canada are more Israel WEF, right? But the Liberal
yeah,
Party is more China and Palestine. And that's why Mark
yeah,
Carney addressed Palestine as a state.
yeah. For what though? What's the gain on this? What's like where's the win on this? Who's winning on that? Like are you and I gaining off this? Like is this like
Well, my
our
property taxes went up. The cost of operating has gone up. But you know what? I should eat my own words because I've been warning about this for over 15 years too. So I did create a bit of preparedness for it. I did buy a little bit of physical silver that I could afford to buy at the time. I did buy, a lot of people are doing well off the precious metals, but I got 3 kids to raise. It costs a ton of money to
yeah,
raise 3 kids nowadays. They purposefully impoverished us so our people don't have kids. You see, you
yep,
see, you see.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Anyways, anyways, you
We
sound
cover
really stressed. We've been talking for over
yeah,
45 minutes. I'm gonna let you go,
we
buddy.
yeah,
Go
buddy.
go
We
have a
covered a
tea.
lot of ground.
Go have a tea or
We
something. Relax. Get
Yeah,
some
that's what
rest.
I'm going to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do, buddy. We covered a lot of ground. I think we've laid something out here for some of these people to think about. Think about it.
I appreciate the
Just,
support and everything you
you
do
know,
for us here in
take
reporting.
you too, buddy.
God bless
Love
you.
you, bro.
I love you too.
You
God
too.
bless.
Bye.